all for the DS class. So last class we've seen the different concepts of strings. What is a one-way string and which are the different operations we are performing. Next we'll see with how we are storing the strings. So strings will be stored in three types. So first one is the fixed length structure, okay, and the second one is the variable length structure, and third one is the link structure. Okay, in the fixed length structure, what happens here, whatever the text we write, it will be stored in the same length. Okay, for example, every row it contains the length of the string is same. Okay, so here the string character, for example, if you write xyz string in the first line, next one is abc, like this way if you assign, the string length is fixed. Okay, it is not taking the length of the string, whatever the fixed length we assigned, so that remains same, it is not variable. Suppose if you assign a string length of 80, so for each row the 80 length is fixed. Your string size may be 210, but it will take 80 length only, so all the strings by default it will be stored. Okay, so there is no change in the variation, but what thing is that there is so much of empty spaces, so you can easily access the data, and also you can easily access the data of each line of the string. Okay, so main disadvantage is because there is a lot of wastage of space, because as you reserve the entire length, for small length string also the entire length space is wasted, and if you want to read any string you need to read the entire length, so that is the major thing. Okay, if you want to make any correction also you need to read the entire length, so these are the major disadvantages. And one more thing how you can make this addition is, we can assign each length string in the form of a pointer, so that we can add or remove records easily. Okay, so that is the thing. And second one is the variable length records. In the variable length records, what happens here, whatever the string length you take, so here the length of the string we are using the two ways. One is that marker, or we are storing in the form of array pointer. However, for example, if your string length is only 2, so it will be storing only the length 2, and at last you are using a symbol $, it indicates that end of the string. And one more thing is, you are assigning that string length in the pointer itself, so that how much length your string is there we get to know. In the previous case there is a lot of wastage of space, but here there is no wastage of space, and you are not reading any blank characters, and it is very easy to access as compared to the fixed length string. Okay, and next third one is the link storage. So in the link storage, what happens, so each string you are storing in the form of a linked list. For example, if you are having xyz, it will be stored in the first string, next connecting with the next link, second string there in the second length, again you are having a pointer stored to the third length. So like this way you are linking the strings here in the form of a pointer. It is same as the linked list. Okay, so these are the different ways you can store the strings. So next we'll see with the pattern matching algorithms. So mainly we are having a two pattern matching algorithms, and first one is what, a pattern matching algorithm. It is based on the pattern. So here what happens, it compares the given pattern with the given text. So from given text until the pattern is found, it go on searching. Okay, for example, if your given text is of length 20, your given text is of length 20, and your given pattern is of length 4, then what happens, it will compare the all 4 length characters of pattern with the text 20. Okay, for example, if your pattern is abcd, okay, your pattern text length is of abcdefg, like this way of 20 length. Okay, the pattern will be compared with first initially, for example, your text pattern is aabcda, like this way you are having, and your pattern is abcda, then it compares with the w text. Okay, first 4 characters, if not matches then it goes on matching. So in the anywhere in the length of 20, this 4 characters present continuously. For example, if abcd present in the length of 20 anywhere in the middle from 15th to 19th length, then that your index count of index length of 15 you are having. Okay, like this way if the pattern is compared, and you are returned that the string is present. For example, if you are given pattern length of aabcd like this way, and your given pattern is only xyz, then it will not match to the given text. At that time it shows that there is no available pattern patching is there is no available pattern present in the text. At that time it shows that the string does not exist. And second one is what pattern matching algorithm. Here a table is derived from the particular pattern, but it is not related to text. For example, if you are having a pattern AAB, so we will not take AAB, we will take the part of it, and your text is of what AAB CDA, like this way you are having. If you go on comparing the text with the part of the pattern, okay, how you are comparing. In initial previous case, what happens, your whole pattern you are go on comparing directly, but here in the second pattern matching algorithm, the part of the pattern you are taking for comparison with the text until the match is found. If the match is found, it returns the pattern is present, otherwise it shows that the pattern does not exist. For example, in the length of 20 pattern text, the pattern length of 4 is not matched anywhere. If you go on taking the part of the pattern, for example pattern length 4, if you take only pattern 2 default, compare with the given text of length 20, if not matches, it returns that the string does not exist. Otherwise it shows that if it matches, it returns that the string is present. Okay, so this is about the pattern matching algorithm. So you are having a 2 pattern matching algorithms, and we are having a storing of strings. So this is about the first module. So if you have any doubts regarding the first module, so you can have, you can define me, so we'll have an introduction class. So what you've seen in the first module, what is the definition of data structure, which are the different types of data structure like primitive and non-primitive data structures. So next we'll see with the concept of what the data structure operations like traversing, searching, inserting and deleting. Next we've seen with what is array, how arrays are defined. Next, structure, how you are defining a structure. Next, definition of structures. Next we see with the union, and next we see with what self-referential structures. Next we see with what do you mean by pointer, how it is defined. Next we are seen with what dynamic memory allocation function like malloc, alloc, calloc, entry, free, realloc. Next we seen with what linear arrays, we have seen how you are representing the memory. Next we seen with how traversing the arrays. Next, similarly, how you are insert and deleting the arrays, and same way how you are searching the arrays. Like this way we have seen the concepts. Okay, and also we have seen with the two types of search, linear search and binary search, and also we've seen with what sorting operations. Next we've seen with what strings. What do you mean by string, which are the different operations we can perform on the strings. And today we have seen with how we can store the strings, either fixed length or variable length or link structure. And next we've seen with what different pattern matching algorithms like first pattern compare whole pattern, and second one is what part of the pattern you are taking for the comparisons. So for everything you are having algorithm, so you can go through it. So I'll be uploading my notes in the blog, and also you've seen with the functions like concatenation, string comparison, which are the different functions you are using. Okay, if you have any doubts, we'll be having an interaction class. Okay, thank you.